Hello everyone. I want to briefly go over some basic information with you to help you get started in the class. My name is Dr. Jackie Amarim and I'm here to teach you technical and professional communication. You're maybe a engineering major or IT major, maybe health, maybe pre-law, maybe an English major. Whatever your major is, you're probably learning a lot about that from the professors in your department. However, this course is meant to help you understand some of the kinds of writing that you may have to do once you actually get a job in that field. Okay? So I want to go over some of the basics that you need to know just to get started on day one. You do need to read the syllabus, and you do have a syllabus quiz to make sure you read the syllabus, because there are policies in there that I describe that are important for the whole semester. But I'm just going to go over the stuff you need to know on day one to get started. Okay? So one thing I want to go ahead and say is that this class has a lot of work in it, and you need to make sure before drop ad ends that you can commit to the work. This is a 6-week course, and I have to cover in it what I would cover in a 16-week course. Even if I trim some of the fat off that course, even if I try to lose a few assignments here and there, it still works out to 1 week in a summer class being at least 2 weeks worth of work from a normal semester class, okay? Another way to think of it is this is an online class, but if we were meeting face-to-face right now, we would be meeting for at least 6 hours a week right now during the summer semester. And then on top of that, you'd have homework. So you can bet that you will have at least 6 hours of work every week, okay? And to help you manage that work, well, let me just say as an aside, it's important that you do the work because it's not usually difficult work. You know, some of it might be a little bit challenge you to think in ways you haven't thought before. It's not, organic chem or Calc 2. It's not super, super difficult work, but you do have to do the work to pass this class. Most people pass this class. Most people get a good grade in this class. The people who fail the class, it's not that they didn't do the work well, it's that they didn't do the work at all. So in other words, it's not that they're getting D's and F's, it's that they're getting zeros because they're not keeping up with the work. So keeping up with the work is the number one tip for success for you. Okay, now what I was going to say is to help you with that, we are going to run things on a schedule. Your work is always going to be due on a Tuesday, Thursday, or Sunday by midnight. We're doing this for 2 reasons. Number one, so that you can feel the natural pace of things are going to be due and you know when they're due and you can build that into your life. The second reason we're going to do that is because I also need time to read your work, grade your work, give you feedback. You need time to read my feedback, absorb what I said, use the information as you go on to do the next set of assignments. So there's a lot of back and forth, handing off the work back and forth to each other throughout the semester. So we have to stay on a schedule so that we can do that in 6 weeks with all of the work we need to do. So every Monday morning at 12:01 a.m., the very first minute of Monday morning, your work for Tuesday night will open, and then you will have all day Monday and all day Tuesday to do the work that's due Tuesday by midnight at the latest. It doesn't matter to me if you turn it in on Monday or Tuesday. You just need to get it done by Tuesday. And then Wednesday, your Thursday assignments will open, and you'll have all day Wednesday and all day Thursday to do your Thursday assignments, which will close Thursday at midnight. So you'll turn things in on Tuesday, I grade all day Wednesday. You turn things on Thursday, I grade all day Friday. That's how that's going to go. The last set is going to be due on Sundays. Okay, so I'm going to give you like 1 extra day or at least half extra day to do the work that's due over the weekend, because I know we all have things we're trying to do over the weekend. A lot of us work over the weekend, so you get a little bit extra time on the weekends. But in general, you have 48 hours to do every little chunk of assignments. At the beginning of every week, I will post a list of what's due on each day, and I will post that to announcements. It's really important that you keep up with announcements, because anytime there's something I want to communicate to you about assignments, maybe I changed something, maybe I corrected an error, maybe I threw out a quiz question, maybe I'm giving you an extra credit opportunity, something like that, I'm going to post that to announcements, and it is your responsibility to know what is in announcements, okay? So you need to get in the habit of checking your announcements. If you have them silenced in some way, you may need to unsilence them. Make sure that you are reading what's in the announcements. If I have something that I want to communicate to you personally about your work, I will email you, so you do need to check your email too. However, announcements is really, really, really important, okay? A couple more things and we're almost done. I also want to point out that in this class, it's really important that you get in the habit of going and finding the work under the modules tab. If you knew a quiz was due because of the list I gave you at the beginning of the week, you could find that quiz under quizzes. If you knew an assignment was due, you could find the assignment under assignments. You could probably find a link to either one on your calendar. If you went to the calendar in Canvas and you saw your assignments, you could click it and follow it. However, what you're not going to get is the assignments in the order that I would like you to do them in, and you will not get any resources I post for you. So for example, sometimes I might post the instructions for an assignment as a separate document, and then the assignment. So if you went to modules, you'd see the instructions, and then maybe a quiz on the instructions, and then the assignment itself in a row. Whereas if you went just to the quizzes, you would not be able to read the instructions that I have made for you. So all of the videos, instructions, things like that are going to be on modules interlaced with the assignments, everything in the order that you need to access them. So you should get used to going to modules, okay? I also need to let you know that you do need the textbook for this class. In the syllabus, and again, you have to read the syllabus, I have a link to the publisher, and you can click that link and you can buy the book. You need to buy the online book because this is an online class, and you need to buy the online book because this is a 6-week class and you need instant access to the book. Do not buy a hard copy of the book. So if you want, you can go to the publisher and you can buy the book directly from them, and there's a link in the syllabus. Or you can go to FIU's library and buy an online version of the book, the ebook, from them. Make sure that you are buying the ebook, okay? You need the book right away, all right? It's not very expensive, and you do need that edition, okay? Things are constantly changing in the workplace. Technology is changing, so that changes the way we work in the workplace. And so you need that updated version of the textbook for us to work with, okay? And when we're doing assignments, we need to make sure that we're all operating with the same information, okay? I also want you to know that you are going to be required to communicate with others in the course. There's going to be a lot of discussions, a lot of places where you have to read someone else's work and comment on it. This is a really big part of the professional environment, so this is really good practice. But when you work in the workplace, people are going to ask you for your opinion on their work. They're going, even your boss, your coworkers, your team members, they're going to say, can you look at this? And you need to get good at looking at things and giving people feedback. But also, I want you to have a sense of community, and also I want you to see how other people are doing the assignment. So if you do the assignment and you post it, and then it's, maybe the instruction says post this and then comment. If you post and don't comment, you are not going to get credit. You have to do both. But also, if you post and then comment and read a couple of other people's answers, you can know right away if you were on the right track with your work or not. You don't have to fully wait for my feedback. You can see, okay, well, all the other students answered basically the same thing, so I'm doing this right. Or, well, what? I did something completely different than everybody else. I think I got this wrong. Maybe I should email the teacher. So that leads me to my last point, which is that I am a real person. This is an online course. This is some of you may be very far from Miami, but I'm a real person who will be reading your work every day, checking my email every day, and you can reach out to me at any time for extra help, extra clarification. If we need to, we can Skype, we can talk on the phone, or we can just email back and forth. I want you to know that I'm here to help you understand the assignments and to improve your writing and to prepare yourself for the professional world. Okay, so your first task is to go ahead and find those Tuesday assignments and make sure you do them before Tuesday at midnight. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to reach out to me. Welcome.